You can be an ally and supportive of a community and not be a part of that community.
Not everybody can articulate what they feel when they're placed in an uncomfortable situation.
Why does homosexuality have an impact on your own personal comfort and your sense of identity?
You know who Clifton Powell is, right?
Yes, Pinky.
Panky. If y'all seen Next Friday and Friday After Next, you know who Pinky is. Clifton Powell started his acting career in 1980s, early 90s, in late 80s, early 90s, often appearing in support roles. He had his breakout role in Menace to Society where he snitched dead presidents. Oh, you can't forget about him in Dead Presidents when he smacked my man down them stairs. He was also in Ray when he was Ray Charles' road manager. He's appeared in numerous television shows like Black Lightning, Jamie Foxx Show, The Parkers, Saints and Sinners. You know, he even was Big Smoke in San Andreas. He's got a legendary acting career. He was recently being interviewed by the Art of Dialogue show. Podcasts, more of a show than a podcast, but they'll put it out in podcast form. And he said something that I thought was interesting. And I'm just going to summarize a part of the interview. He spoke candidly about his personal and professional boundaries as an actor. He explained that while he respects the craft and other actors' choices, he will not take roles that force him into situations that make him deeply uncomfortable, particularly those involving same-sex intimacy or extreme violence against women. He stressed that it's not rooted in any type of homophobia, but it's his own personal comfort level and sense of identity. Now, Jay, when we were talking about this, I said, you know, you're going to be interested in my take. Yeah. And I'm going to get to my take. But you saw the video. What did you think about what he said?
Yeah, I didn't see anything wrong with it. It's you can be an ally and supportive of a community and not be a part of that community. And like if he has an issue with certain kinds of intimacy or with violence or things like that, okay, that's his personal choice. He doesn't have to do it. You know, you don't have to do a film. Like, it's not, nobody is holding a gun to this man's head and telling him he has to do. He has a right to say, I'm not comfortable with the content of the film or of this role or things like that. I've seen a lot of films where I'm like, I wish they didn't make that. Like this.
They're all on Tubi.
Pretty much. Yeah. And then I've seen people act in roles that are completely opposite of who they are as a person. I think Jamie Foxx had a really interesting story about how Leonardo DiCaprio wrestled with his role in Django and who he had to be in that film. So, some people decide to take the roles on and try to give life to these characters as best they can. And some people are not in a position, whether it's like emotionally or physically or whatever, to give life to these characters. It's not something that maybe he's capable of it, but he doesn't want to. And that's okay. Like, I don't care.
I completely agree with you. I was looking at this and it's like, yo, if you're not comfortable, you're not comfortable. I know if I was an actor, I would not feel comfortable kissing another man. Doesn't mean I'm homophobic. I'm not. I would not feel comfortable kissing another man. Guess what? Wouldn't feel comfortable kissing a lot of things.
Yeah.
So I agree with the fact that it's okay for him not to feel comfortable. I don't agree with the fact where he says he's not homophobic, because one of the statements that he made he said, they wanted me to play a gay gangster, and I've never known any gay gangsters. And I'm like, no, there absolutely been
There's plenty of gay gangsters.
gangsters. And they bring up Wayne Perry, who's right here in the DC area, used to run with Alpo, was Alpo's hitman. Wayne Perry he's Omar almost.
Yeah.
He's almost Omar from The Wire. Like, he was absolutely bisexual.
He was also gay.
I mean, if you're bisexual, you're gay. So you could be a gay gangster. So some of this stuff, and I equating two men kissing each other with violence towards women is not the same thing.
I didn't love that. I didn't love that.
But not everybody can articulate what they feel when they're placed in an uncomfortable situation. I'll give you an example. I wanted to give Snoop Dogg grace for his recent comments that he had on a podcast about the Lightyear movie. He said he was taking his grandson to the Lightyear movie. Did you hear about this?
Yes.
Okay. Now, did you actually see the clip, or did you read the words from the clip?
I heard about it. I didn't see the clip or read a transcript.
So when you hear about what Snoop said, Snoop was like, yo, I didn't come here for this. I didn't come here to see two women kissing and having to explain to my grandson. When you read them, you're like, oh, Snoop, that's the wrong position to take. When you actually see the clip, he's not talking about that. He's talking about how his grandson wouldn't let it go in the movie theater. He's telling him to shush because he's being loud in the movie theater. And you know how little kids get a bug up their butt and they just like, well, no, I want to know. And he's like, I'm not trying to have this conversation right now here in this moment. That's how it actually came off of the clip. However, I gave him grace on that because I was like, yeah, that's a tough situation to be in with your grandson, to have that conversation in a public setting when you're supposed to be quiet and watching a movie because you're in a public movie theater.
It's not that hard. It's that these two characters are in love.
It's Snoop Dogg. I don't know if he can say that right off the top of his head. I want to give him grace in not being able to say and address it right then and there because you're in the movie theater.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Then he did his apology because he got attacked by the LGBTQ plus community because most people didn't see the clip. And if you see the clip, it's not him being bothered by two women in the movie. It's him being bothered that he has to quiet his grandson down in the movie theater and have this type of conversation. But when he apologizes, then he says, why are we putting this in the movies? Kids should just be able to go to the cartoon. And I was like, no, you was right on the first clip. All you had to do was tell people to listen to that clip. Then when you tried to apologize and explain, you made it worse. Some people put in certain situations don't know how to respond properly. So I want to give Clifton Powell a little bit of grace that he compared two men kissing to extreme violence to women. I think he was just trying to say, there's a lot of roles that I don't want to.
There's a list of things that I won't do.
But those two correlations just doesn't work.
I will say that, just kind of piggybacking off of your thoughts about homophobia. So the absence of you like doing anything or feeling anything about people being gay does not mean that you're not homophobic. It means that in your everyday life, you might not encounter many people who are LGBTQ plus, so you don't think about it, right? It's an out of sight, out of mind type thing. Or there aren't a whole lot of protests around you, so you don't
object
have permanence. Yes, LP. But like, so it's not, there's not like a daily impact on your life, so you don't ever have to really interrogate your feelings about homosexuality. So you just assume that you are not homophobic because you never think about it. But if you actually sat down and think about it, you are, because the fact of the matter is
you haven't been put to the test to see what you
right.
are cool with and what you're not.
The fact of the matter is, there's nothing wrong with kissing a person. Like you kiss your parents, you kiss your relatives, kiss your friend. Like, so to say I'm uncomfortable with kissing a man, that's not really true, right? Like maybe romantically, maybe like a romantically and something like that. Okay. But like the question then is why? What about intimacy with somebody with the same sex as you bothers you? Why is that a boundary for you? Why is that something that makes you uncomfortable crossing? Why is simple human interaction a boundary for you? That's the thing that I would interrogate. Not, you don't have to take a role. You don't have to do it. But if you are deeply uncomfortable with just intimacy between two people, it doesn't say anything about your own sexuality. You're playing a role. You're not playing yourself. It's not Clifton Powell as Clifton Powell, a gay man. Like that's not what it is.
That would be a good movie. I actually would watch that.
Right.
Clifton Powell in Clifton Powell's a gay man. That'd be pretty good.
I could see why you wouldn't want to do a role that features violence against women, right? Because violence against women is wrong, but same-sex intimacy is not wrong. So I think what he should do, instead of telling everybody about this when no one asked. I'm sorry. You said honestly, no one asked. But since you want to tell us all of this, what I would say back to you is, why does homosexuality have an impact on your own personal comfort and your sense of identity? You need to, because
are you saying that people are not allowed to feel uncomfortable about certain things?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
No, so I'm asking the question.
You can absolutely feel uncomfortable. But the next step to that is to ask yourself why.
Well, so why am I uncomfortable watching or having to see two ugly people make out? Because it's just uncomfortable to me. You ugly.
Sure. If you
it's a serious thing. It makes me uncomfortable. Like if I see two attractive people making out, oh, they're in love. If I see two ugly people, I'm like, oh, they're in love. Can they take that somewhere else? I mean, I guess I'm always like taking somewhere else.
Well, everybody wants to see what they find aesthetically pleasing. Nobody wants to see, like, if you don't like horror movies, if you don't like gore and things like that,
I don't like gore movies.
Then don't watch gory movies, right? Like you don't find the blood and the viscera and all of that stuff pleasing to look at or interesting or exciting or whatever to look at it, don't watch it. Like you don't have to. There's no reason why you can be uncomfortable.
Yeah, you could just read Wikipedia for the scary movies. That's how I know about all the Saws. I'm not watching it. I read about it.
Right. So my question is not, my criticism is not that he's uncomfortable. It's just for him to push a little further and ask why. And the only reason why I would encourage him to do so is because he is the one that professed that he is not homophobic.
Join the conversation and follow the Unsolicited Perspectives podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your audio podcasts.